the, I guess, high pull a lot more in the glutes is what I can say about this. Going for it. Getting full knee bend, staying on my toes the whole way through. Hello all at my main gym today. Today I think I'm going to focus a little bit on like kettlebell complexes to start. I was thinking about doing landmine squats, but that may or may not happen if I get carried away with doing the kettlebell stuff. I did the sled yesterday, and actually the day before that I didn't have a video, but I did do the sled for a really long time. The reason there was no video was I just did the sled for a really long time and there wasn't anything to show. But yeah, there's just some ideas that I had with the kettlebell that I wanted to explore, one of which is what I'm going to start off with. And I guess I'll just start off with that instead of trying to explain myself too much. So I've done a version of this before. I'm just combining two different complexes into one. So I'm starting off with a staggered high pull to swing to clean and lunge to press to step snatch. So usually I do the high pull to step snatch, and then but now in between the step snatch and the, I guess, high pull, I'm trying to talk and focus at what I'm doing at the same time. Anyway, so usually when I do the high pull, I go into the step snatch immediately, but here I'm doing that clean lunge and press, which adds another movement in the middle of it that just makes it a little bit more complicated, but also adds a few more muscles into what I'm doing. See, this is like when I try to talk and do it at the same time, I lose focus and miss the order of events. So yeah, I don't know how many exactly I did. I was trying to go for like 5 on each side, and then supersetting that with alternated staggered swings with the 28 kilogram, 62 pound kettlebell. So getting into staggered position and hand to hand swing. Doing staggered swings allows you to unilaterally focus on the thrust of one hip at a time, plus the kind of swing and, I guess, power that you generate from a unilateral position is quite a bit different than just using both your hips at the same time. So yeah, starting off with this, 5 sets and then on to the next. For the next set of movements, doing something that I saw on Instagram by Clifton Harsky. It's this Bulgarian step-up variation using 2 kettlebells. So I'm going to have one kettlebell in clean position or rack position, and then if I'm holding the kettlebell with the right hand, Then I put my left leg on the box. Then I have a 28 kilogram, 62 pound kettlebell. Also, I'm holding a 35 pound, 15 or 16 kilogram kettlebell. So I'm holding a 16 kilogram, 35 pound, and on the floor there's a 28 kilogram, 62 pound. And doing, I guess, Bulgarian squats this way. Like, I feel the contraction a lot more in the glutes, is what I can say about this. Going for 8 on each side. Switching sides. Then with the 35 pound kettlebell, I'm going to do a mini flow. So I'm going to do swing squat to figure 8, snatch into lunge, into kneeling windmill, and repeat for 3 times on each side. So yeah, doing this for 4 sets. Between both the exercises, lots of glutes and core. And yeah, on to the next. So earlier I said I wanted to do some landmine squats, so I'm doing that. I don't know if this is the ideal angle for this, but it will have to make do. So, getting the landmine on one shoulder, getting on my toes, and doing 6 squats. Getting full knee bend, staying on my toes the whole way through. Switching sides. The kind of stretch and contraction that I get from a landmine squat is unlike any other exercise. After 6, going to switch grip to like a middle grip, then lean into it and do calf raises. So the calf raises, I'm kind of bending at the knee to further move the tension into the calves. Yeah, that's quite brutal. So yeah, try those calf raise variations. I've done them in the past, but I haven't done them recently. For that matter, I don't really do calf raises, but um, essentially I'm leaning against the landmine with a bent knee and then pressing at an angle, which seems to give quite the burn to the calves. In any case, I'm gonna do I don't know, one more set of this, which is so 4, and then on to something else. So ending off with something newish. So I've done a similar movement in the past, but not in this exact sequence, I don't think. And so essentially what I'm trying to do is I haven't been training with my clubs and maces as often as I would like to. So I want to replicate a club bell mill like motion with the kettlebell. And so to do that, starting off with an outside swing, and I don't really know how to describe this motion. I'm just gonna call them kettlebell mills or whatever, but I'm pretty sure. Oh no, mills mean something completely different in the kettlebell world, so that won't necessarily do it. Yeah, I don't know what to call them, but essentially, in the club bell world, this would be an outside mill, I think, and that's the same motion I'm trying to create, but with the kettlebell. Going for 10 on each side. And then, right after that, using a 6-pound medicine ball, I'm going to do, I don't know, ball slams, but alternating hand and with a bowling motion. So here, all the explosiveness comes from the core and the shoulders and the lats and the serratus. Going for 10 on each side. So yeah, doing 4 sets of this and then going to head to the sauna. I'm not pressed for time today, so probably will do an outro. Haven't done an outro in a few days, and by outro I usually mean like a post-workout, post-sauna posing session. In any case, spent 25 minutes in the sauna today and did a lot of whatchamacallit, ATG split squats on an elevated surface on the sauna bench, and did some tib raises against the wall and stuff like that. In any case, here's a little physique update. So, I mean, I pretty much look the same, I would say, nothing too drastic of a change. And, I mean, after like the first couple of years of lifting, the changes are more noticeable I would say, given longer time frames. But I also do think like keeping the workouts kind of new forces the body to keep adapting. Like usually if you stick to one kind of routine of working out, I think you end up plateauing a lot sooner if you mix up a bunch of different styles. Because if you mix up a bunch of different things, there's always something to work on and progress. And also each of those different things uses the muscles in very different ways. And so there is usually little to no plateauing happening. Like for example, like if I don't feel like I'm getting too much stronger at, like, let's say a goblet squat. I'm just giving an example, not that this has happened. But then I can just go to the mace and see if the maces feel a little easier than they did before. And then maybe the steel clubs. And then I can go back to a bodybuilding exercise and then go back, like switch to different things all the time. And usually when I come back to a certain thing after an extended period of time, I usually end up having well, not extended period, like as I keep working through different things, I usually end up progressing at the different things. So I never end up truly having a plateau. I always end up working on something or getting stronger at something else. And I think when most people track their strength, they do it exclusively based on their squat, bench, and deadlift. And I think strength can be measured through a lot more than just those movements. Oh. Also, I definitely think the sauna and stuff does have a good effect on cardiovascular health, and I also think it helps with my endurance. In any case, yeah, that was today's workout. Um, Tomorrow I might go to jiu-jitsu, and if I do go to jiu-jitsu, there's probably not going to be a video tomorrow. So yeah, see you all in the next one.